Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome back on our channel Plain Upskill. In the previous episode 6, we started with a new topic of the calendars and we saw how to tackle the questions based on which day was it types of questions. From this video onwards, we are going to see some more types of calendar questions and their handy tricks. So without further ado, let's start with the video. Once again, a gentle reminder, if you haven't watched the first part of calendar questions yet, then go check that out first and then come to watch this video. The link is given in the I button above, so go and check it out right now. Let's start with a video with a continuation of previous types of questions, that is questions with the relationships between the day and the date. If you recall the previous video, then you might remember these code tables. Let's start with a few questions of this type so as to get a revision of previous video. Here we go. Let's try to figure out on what dates of May 2003 did Sunday fell on. Pause the video if you want to give it a try by yourself. The rest of you, continue with the video. First, let's have these tables for a reference, as this would make our work even easier. Now, in this question, we haven't given any specific date. So here, in order to find what dates were associated with Sunday, let us consider the date as 1st May 2003. Remember, in such questions, always start with the first day of the month, as this would make things more easier. As we recall our formula, it gave us the day on which our date fell on. So, the required data of the formula is as follows. The date here will be 1 as assumed, year will be 03 as we take only last two digits of the given year, quotient we divide 03 by 4 and we get the quotient as 0. The month code here will be 1 as it is associated with May, and the year code will be 6 as seen from the table. Substituting all these values in a formula, we get 1 plus 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 whole divided by 7, which is equal to 11 by 7, and we get the remainder as 4. And as we refer the days codes table, we can see 4 is associated with Thursday, which means 1st May 2003 fell on Thursday. Now, as we need the dates associated with Sunday, we just add 3 more days and we reach 4th May 2003, as this would be the first day that will be fell on Sunday. To calculate the rest of the dates that will be falling on Sunday, we just keep adding 7, as 1 week has 7 days, and we will be getting our rest of our dates. So thus, all those dates that fell on Sunday for May 2003 will be 4th May, 11th May, 18th May and 25th May 2003. And this is how we solve this question. Well, just like this one, there is also another very simple type of question which is asked like this. If today is Tuesday, then what will be the day after 65 days? Well, as most of you can easily answer this, that we just need to divide 65 by 7, because on every 7th day, Tuesday will be repeated. So when we divide 65 by 7, we get the remainder as 2. Notice how we are interested only in the remainders in these sums, because those are the ones that are deciding the days. And here, by adding 2 days after Tuesday, we get that after 65 days, the day will be Thursday. And these are the very simplest type of questions that we just encountered and are absolutely scoring. So now, after taking a look at these two examples, let's start with a new type of calendar based questions and learn some quick tips to tackle those. So now, we are going to talk about the repeating calendar problems. But before that, we must know some tricks prior to encountering such questions. Let's talk about those. Oftentimes, the question is asked about which year's calendar is going to be the same as the given year, and to figure it out ASAP, we use this trick. Whenever we are given a particular year, we first divide the year by 4 to check what remainder it gives. Suppose we have a year 1965. In order to check what remainder it gives, we don't need to divide the entire year. Instead, we can get the exact remainder by dividing only the last 2 digits of the given year. Also, this would save us our precious times in calculations. So when we divide the year by 4, that is 65 by 4, we get the remainder as 1. And in such cases, when we get the remainder as 1, we add 6 to the given year in order to get that year, which will have the exact same calendar like a present given year. As in this case, the year we took was 1965, so adding 6 to it, we get 1971, whose calendar will be exact replica of 1965's calendar. Likewise, suppose we have a year, say 1946 or 1947. When we divide it by 4, we get the remainders as 2 and 3. And in this case, when we get a remainder as 2 or 3, we add 11 to those years. So as 1946 gave us the remainder 2 and 1947 gave us the remainder 3, we add 11 to both of these years and we get 1957 and 1958 as the replica years whose calendars are going to exactly match. And finally, if we have a year, say 2008, then by dividing it by 4, we get the remainder as 0. And in this case, when we get the remainder as 0 or 4, that year will be a leap year. And thus, we need to add 28 to such year in order to get its replica year of the future. So, remember this table in order to memorize things faster. Pause the video if you need more time. The rest, let's solve 1 or 2 questions in order to get better understanding of this trick. Find the replica calendars of the given years. So now, the first year is given as 1866. In order to find this year's replica calendar year, we first divide the year by 4. In this case, when we divide 66 by 4, we get the remainder as 2. So, in order to find the replica year, we need to add 11 to 1866 year. And thus, when we do so, we get the year 1877. And these two years will have the exact same calendars. Taking a look at 1923, when we divide 23 by 4, we get the remainder as 3. And we know, in order to get the replica year, we must add 11 to this year. And when we do so, we get the year as 1934 as a required replica year. Next case, in 2013, when we divide 13 by 4, we get the remainder as 1. So in this case, as we got the remainder as 1, we need to add 6 to this year. 2013 plus 6 gives us the year 2019. And finally, in 1972, when we divide 72 by 4, we get the remainder as 0. And thus, as 1972 is a leap year, we need to add 28 in this case. And when we do so, we reach 2000. And thus, year 2000 and year 1972 both will have exactly same calendars. You can even Google search the calendars of those years, you will get the exact same answer. Wasn't it easy or not? These are the very basic type of questions that are very scoring in nature. So if you encounter these, do not skip those. And with these last set of questions, we are at the end of this video. So thank you all for sticking with me till the end of this video. Make sure you note down and practice these concepts well to make it your second habit for a better recall. And before quitting, make sure you hit that subscribe button and press that bell icon for more notifications of this channel. Also hit that like button as it would really boost my confidence and help me with the YouTube algorithm. I'll meet you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep upskilling. See ya.